I'm going to tell you something very, very important. And when you listen to this, you're going to listen to me and you're going to do it. Stop going out there like a mad person and buying up the whole world because it's Christmas. Because that's not the answer. And that isn't going to give you your hit of what Christmas is about, just because you're spending billions and zillions. Do you know what? Keep it simple. Because the most simple things in life are the most honest things in life. And they're the things that make you really happy. And so I'm going to tell you how to make the most beautiful, traditional Christmas cracker. And then what we're going to do is how to decorate it, how to put a present in it, and how to put joke, and all those things that people will absolutely love on the day of Christmas. And also, children love doing it. So get your children involved, get your family involved, and make your Christmas crackers, and think about all those traditional things that you can make and do, because that's what's going to make the most beautiful Christmas, and I can assure you. So first of all, let's start making this amazing cracker. Now, the material I always use for Christmas crackers is good old crepe paper. Crepe paper is fantastic because it's stretchy, it's got some give in it, and you can buy crepe paper from any art shop. You can use, other materials, but the thing is you have to do a bit of experimenting with them to get the right formula. But I'm just going to show you, this is the basic idea of any material, but I'm using good old crepe paper. You need good old 3 empty loo rolls, so the good old recycling thing comes into its own. So get your loo rolls. Now the measurement of a piece of crepe paper is that it has to obviously wrap around the entire diameter of the actual loo roll, and the length of it is derived from a loo roll. Stand up a loo roll, that's the gap for where you're going to tie the ribbon around. Use that gap, put that back there for the gap, and that's your length of your cracker. So when you know the length of your cracker, you're now going to get your scissors, and we're just going to trim the end off that cracker, because you don't want to cut it when you made it, because it'll crunch up the cracker and look nasty. Good old Pritt stick, any glue, but Pritt stick is fantastic because we all know it's very simple, it's very clean, and it's very strong. So one nice length of good old Pritt stick through there, get off the excess, put the lid back on, put one loo roll tube here, one in the middle, and one on the end. This one's going to stay. These are just going to hold the shape of the cracker until you've made it where you take those ones out. So now we're going to roll the good old cracker, and you roll it like so, and then when you roll it, you're then just going to glue it, which is now glued. We're now going to tie the first piece of ribbon round, but before you tie any ribbon, we need to use these great things, which I've got one in here, called a snap. And these snaps you can buy in John Lewis, you can buy bundles of them, but John Lewis is also good because we also need ribbon and all other materials from the haberdashery department, and it's great fun. So get your snap, and we put our snap all the way through in to the other side. Now we're going to get our first piece of ribbon, and I always cut the ribbon to exactly the length of the Christmas cracker, because again it's a good guide, because you don't want a ribbon too small and you don't want it too long. So the length of the cracker is the length of the ribbon, and you cut your ribbon, and now we're going to tie the first piece of ribbon around the middle of the gap between the two loo rolls, and we are going to pull that really tight. And you can see why crepe paper is so good, because as you pull it tight, it all of a sudden sponges together and makes that lovely shape. We're then going to tie a lovely bow, and of course with bows you can perfect the bow once you start to tie. And there's one bow, and now the fun part comes, because now we're going to start to put the present in. Now how many times you get Christmas crackers and it's that dodgy screwdriver set that you hate, or the nasty nail clippers that you know are blunt and hurt you when you try and clip them, or playing cards that are that big. With my eyes I can't see them. What you've got to do is customise and put your own beautiful objects in. Now I love traditional things, like you can make little hearts out of material, or you can find recycled things. This is an old fridge magnet I found, which is fun. Looks like my father, funny enough. And talking about my father, because my dad is coming, he loves fishing, funny enough, and I've got in this beautiful salmon fly. So this salmon fly is going to go into this cracker. So we start to put all the contents of the things inside the cracker. The fly's in. Now we need, remember, a Christmas cracker, you have to have a joke, and a good joke. And you can, again, use all sorts of different quotes or jokes that you love. For me, I love Tommy Cooper, as you know. I love this one. He says, I slept like a log last night. I woke up and found myself in the fireplace. Or I love this one. I went window shopping today. I bought 4 windows. So you can actually create far better jokes, do them yourself. You can handwrite them as well. You haven't got to do them printing out of a printer. So let's get our joke, and we're going to fold our joke up, and we're going to drop that in now. So that's in. The next thing we need to do, of course, is the good old hat. You need a hat. Again, children love making hats. Get this, get your tissue. This has to be tissue paper really, but crepe paper works. Really, again, believe it or not, you want roughly the length of the Christmas cracker and fold it, leaving about 100 mil for children, 4 inches for us. and a bit of glue across there. The old Pritt stick is pretty playing up here, but that's because I've got the lid off. Fold it over and glue your hat. Now what we need to do is to do that lovely thing and make it like a king's hat. It's got to be like a king. So we fold it in half, we fold it again and again. Just keep folding in half, in half, in half. Now all we're going to do, we're going to cut through there and back out to the opposite corner. And there is your lovely hat ready for Christmas. And get your hat, put your hat on. Does it look good? And there's my lovely hat. Now, with my hat, I'm going to fold my hat up and put my hat into the cracker. Now the great thing is we've come to near the end of making this Christmas masterpiece. We're going to tie the final little ribbon around that part where that tube is, and we're going to pull tight. We're now going to make our bow. There's our 2 bows. We can then take these cardboard formers out, which is one here and one this end, because you're going to use those again for the next cracker. Now we can decorate it. Now the great thing is about today, modern technology, and you've all got printers at home, your favourite picture or all individual pictures, photographs of people. We're going to use the old jumping out the table shot. Again, good old bit of glue, stick the glue on, and here we have our cracker. Handmade, customised to your guest, and a very easy thing to make, and a very beautiful thing to make. And you know what? That's what life's all about. Simple. Nothing to do with money. About doing something that you've created by yourself for somebody who will really appreciate it. And all I would like to say, from the whole here of our Edge Design team and all my family, and from my heart, I wish you all a very, very, very merry and amazing Christmas. God bless to you all, and love to all of you and all of your family. Happy Christmas.